Hello everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is a to the power of b minus b to the power of a. This is equal to 17. So given that a and b, these are members of positive integers, and that a is greater than 0 and b is greater than 0. So let's prevent the solution from here. So we need to determine the value of a and the value of b. Now, we have a to the power of b minus b to the power of a. This is equal to 17. Now, from here, we can express a and b as. Now, b can be expressed as b over 2 times 2. If you just say b over 2 times 2, this is the same thing as b. All right? And if we say a, this can also be expressed as a over 2 times 2. So if you say a over 2 times 2, this is the same thing as a. So let's substitute b with b over 2 times 2 here. So that now here we have a to the power of b over 2 times 2. Then subtract b raised to the power of a. We can express a as a over 2 times 2. This is equal to 17. Now, from here, we have that a to the power of b over 2 times 2 and b to the power of a over 2 times 2. This is in the form of a to the power of n times m, which we can express as a to the power of n raised to the power m. Let's apply this exponent property from here, so that now we have a to the power of b over 2 raised to the power of 2, then subtract b raised to the power of a over 2 raised to the power of 2. This is equal to 17. The next step from here, this equation is in the form of a squared minus b squared. This is the difference of two perfect squares, which you can express as a plus b, then a minus b. Now, from here, we can let x be equal to a to the power of b over 2, and we can let y be equal to b raised to the power of a over 2. So let's substitute x and y in this equation, so that now we have x to the power of 2 minus y to the power of 2. This is equal to 17. From here, we have that x squared minus y squared. This is in the form of m squared minus n squared, which we can express as m plus n, and then m minus n, such that m plus n is greater than m minus n. All right? Now, applying this property here, then we'll have x squared minus y squared as x plus y, then x minus y. This is equal to 17 from here. Now, you find that x plus y, this is greater than x minus y. All right? So the next step from here, now with the condition that x plus y is greater than x minus y, the next step is to determine the prime factors of 17. In this case, since we have that a and b, these are members of positive integers, then we have that the prime factors here, we have 17 times 1. If you say 17 times 1, this is the same thing as 17. Then we have 1 times 17. Yeah, and then we have that x plus y is greater than x minus y. So 17 times 1, this satisfies this condition. But 1 times 17, 1 here is less than x minus y, which means that this second case here is rejected. So let's focus on the first, that is case 1 here. Let's focus on the first case here. So we have x plus y, x minus y. This is equal to 17 times 1. So this implies that here we have x plus y. This is equal to 17. And we have that x minus y. This is equal to 1. Now, these are two systems of linear equations. So the next step is to add these two systems of linear equation. We have x plus x. This is 2x. And then we have y plus minus y. This simplifies, so this is the same thing as 0. This is equal to 17 plus 1. This is equal to 18. So let's divide both sides by 2 from here. So that now we have that x is equal to 18 divided by 2, which is equal to 9. So this is the value of x. To solve for y, let's substitute in one of the equation here, so that we have x plus y. This is equal to 17. Let's substitute x, which is 9. So we have 9 plus y. This is equal to 17 from here. So that y is equal to 17 minus 9. And this implies that y is equal to 8 from here. So we have the value of x and we have the value of y. Now, if you recall, we are saying that let x be equal to a raised to the power of b over 2, and that's y. This is equal to b raised to the power of a over 2. So since we have the value of x here, let's equate the two. So we have a raised to the power of b over 2. This is equal to 9. Remember, we can express 9 as 3 to the power of 2. So we have a raised to the power of b over 2. This is equal to 3 raised to the power of 2. So this implies that a is equal to 3 from here. And we can solve for b here. That is b over 2. This is equal to 2. So let's multiply both sides by 2 and also here by 2. So if you simplify here, b is equal to 4. So we have the first set of solutions for a and b, that is a1 and b1. This is equal to 3 and 4. So the next set of solution here, we have that y is equal to b raised to the power of a over 2. Since we have the value of y, this implies we have 8 is equal to b raised to the power of a over 2. So we can express 8 as 2 to the power of 3, so that now here we have b raised to the power of a over 2. This is equal to 2 to the power of 3. So from here, we have that b is equal to 2, and we have that a over 2. This is equal to 3. So let's multiply both sides by 2 from here, so that now we have that this is 2, so that now we have that the value of a is equal to 3 times 2, which is equal to 6. So we have the second set of solutions here. That is a2, comma b2. This is equal to, we have 6, comma b, which is 2. So we have two sets of solutions here. a1, b1, which is 3, 4. And a2, b2, which is 6 and 2. So the next step from here is to verify that these two sets of solutions satisfies the equation. Now let's verify that A1, B1 and A2, B2 satisfies the equation. Now, if you recall, we have that A to the power of B subtract B to the power of A. This should give us a value of 17. So let's start with the first set of solution, A1 and B1. So here we have 3 to the power of 4 minus, we have 4 to the power of 3. This should give us a value of 17. So 3 to the power of 4, this is 81, minus 4 to the power of 3, which is 64. This should give us a value of 17. So 81 minus 64, this is equal to 17, which is equal to 17. So the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this proves that A1, B1 satisfies the equation. So let's take A2 and B2 from here. So we have A2, B2. This is 6 and 2. So we have here A to the power of B minus B to the power of A. This is supposed to give us a value of 17. So substituting A and B, we have here 6 to the power of 2 minus, here we have 2 to the power of 6. Let's see if this is supposed to give us a value of 17. So 6 raised to the power of 2, this is the same thing as 36. This is 6 squared minus 2 to the power of 6. This is the same thing as 64. This should give us a value of 17. So now from here, we have 36 minus 64 from here. And this is equal to negative. This is negative 28, which is not equal to 17. And this implies that A2 and B2, this does not satisfy the set of solution. This does not satisfy the equation. So this implies that we only have one solution here, that is A1 and B1. A1, B1, which is 3, 4. So we have A1, B1, which is exactly equal to 3 and 4. So this is the solution from this algebra problem. So kindly follow the steps. Like this video. If you have alternative formulas, kindly showcase in the comment section. See you in the next video.